This is the youngest we'll ever be. Embracing aging as a natural process is important. We have to appreciate the age and the experience that comes with it and do whatever possible to take care of ourselves in the best way possible. Skin is an emotional organ. It's affected by feelings, expressions, and emotions. And so today, we have with us on our refraction ride, Priya Khandelwal, a face yoga expert. She's going to give us hot takes not only about face yoga, but also navigating life as a wife, as a mother of a teen, and a social media influence. Hi, Priya. You have to tell me briefly about the history of face yoga and how you started doing it, because I feel, we have to try and embrace our age and sort of do everything to preserve our youthfulness without it being too invasive. So tell us how you got into this face yoga.
So it's a funny story. I got into face yoga when I was actually in my early 20s. It was something me and my mom wanted to do together just before I got married. Okay. And we went to this lady next to my house, and nobody asked for qualifications back then. And we just did a couple of breathing exercises, some face exercises. She taught us how to massage our cream in, and it's something my mom and me would do together. It's only much later on in my late 30s, once Mishka, my daughter, was about 8 or 10, and every time I would go to school to drop her or, pick her up, I was always in workout wear. So my friends and other people would always say that, do you always work out? And I'm like, I kind of do. And they're like, you are very inspirational. So why don't you start an Instagram handle telling us about your workouts and things like that? Now, one thing led to another. That handle started many years ago. Through that, I got interested in understanding about nutritional sciences because I'm anyway a chemical engineer by academia. So this was very interesting to me. Now, when I became a nutritionist, the most common question was, I want to put on weight on my body, but not on my face. I want to lose weight on my body, but not on my face. So that's when one light bulb went off in the head, and I'm like, you know what? Let me delve into facial exercises. And that's how the whole saga or the love saga with face yoga started.
Right. I think, at what age do you think, women are having this collagen loss? When do you see face yoga being useful? When is the right time to start?
Collagen starts decreasing at 25.
Right.
I do face yoga with teens. Their routine is very different from what I do with a 40-year-old.
Right.
And depending on the facial concerns that you have, a lot of time it is lifestyle issues. Like, you'd be surprised, but if you tend to droop your shoulder, your face also tends to droop. If you oversleep on one side constantly for years and years and years, the right side of your face could be a little more asymmetrical than your left. So, but to come back to the original question of collagen, it starts degrading at the age of 25. So yeah, the younger you start, the better.
Right. So that is good. Actually, considering that we have this whole, so many lotions, potions, children are going to Sephora like nothing else. Mm-hmm. Even, my almost teenager, her friends, they all love going to Sephora. There's this whole Sephora syndrome that's hit the world.
Correct.
Where, all this attractive packaging, it's just, kids are gravitating towards it. What do you think about that?
Vanity, insanity. It's taken over TikTok. TikTok is banned in India.
Yeah.
But there's YouTube, Instagram, influencers, beauty products, potions, lotions, pills, like you're talking about. It's dime a dozen. And like you said, the Sephora syndrome, the more you have, the more you want exciting packaging. It's not over. Then you get an SMS about there's a sale. You want to go get it. And brands that are so affordable.
Yeah.
For the parents and for your teens, tweens, things like that. So I think overconsumption, overexposure, starting too young.
Yeah.
I was boggled the other day looking at my teen, just turned 14, using a hyaluronic acid sheet mask with my jade roller that she has stolen from my wardrobe. And I'm like, what's going on? She's like, self-care. And I'm like, besan lagao, like put milk and cream and ghee on your face. What is this hyaluronic?
Because that is what we did. There weren't so many products that were attracting us.
Done.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
is it much? We as parents, I don't know, because Gen Z and a little bit after, Gen X, a little after that, we have kind of exposed our kids to these things. You know, I feel like we have a hand in it because I am always doing these things in front of our children as well, right?
correct.
So there's some level of influence. How much are we to divert it to the external influences? I don't know. I mean, kids like to listen to other people also sometimes, you know.
So, yeah, they rarely listen to us. But
yeah.
I think, yes, you have to lead by example, but it's very hard.
Yeah.
I mean, how natural can you be? You want to be natural, be natural. Want to use makeup, use makeup. Do whatever you want, but you don't have to overdo it at a young age. Which is why I think it's just better to keep a hold on the children as long as you can. Because like I said, you know, I'm all about natural stuff. But it's not like I don't have my hyaluronic acid and my retinol and my hydrating moisturizers. Yes, I have all of that too. So if my daughter wants to use, or let's say a teenager, let's generalize, let's say a teen wants to use it, maybe a parent could, you know, substitute it or say supplement it with natural.
Something natural.
There are also enough people in the market making natural stuff, paraben-free, sulfate-free. So nudge your children in that
rather than getting influence on what they're seeing on reels. And
totally.
It actually just sets a, you know, strange beauty standard as well because they see, you know, a lot of images are filtered.
Oh,
what do you think about that if it's filtered?
Oh my God, Instagram really, honestly, you know, even with me, it's been a journey from like 0 followers to the number I've grown to.
Yeah.
And that comes.
That's like 300,000 of them. You got some mad amounts of followers.
Yeah, and aiming at my growing much more. But it comes with a lot of hills and valleys. Yeah, there are peaks and there are valleys.
Your comment section.
Mostly these days, really good.
Positive.
But I have so much hate. People are so sad. People are so depressed. People are so... I don't want to use the word jealous and put myself up on a pedestal, but they're like, don't lie about your age. I've been asked for my birth certificate because they don't believe I'm going to be 45 in a few months. You've got your lips filled. Nobody, when I press my lips on screen and I massage it with oil, that filler will go from one side to the other.
Yeah.
If I've Botoxed my forehead, I'm not going to get these lines. And I'm very proud of my wrinkles. But yeah, hate comments, dime a dozen.
Yeah.
Now I leave them. First, I used to get very affected, delete. Now I just respond to them and say, you know what? You need a little more love in your life. Has anybody tried to collaborate with you and you felt like it's not aligning with your sort of moral, you know? Completely.
Yeah.
Totally. There are brands out there that will just be something, portray something else and send a different message altogether.
Right.
So whereas collabs are concerned, I am very happy to try.
Yeah.
If I like it, I talk about it. I'm genuine about it. Do I benefit from it? No. I just want to give my audience good skincare and good hair care and good self-care that's out there.
And your way of doing it is your workshop and what you teach, right? Your expertise lie in actually preserving what you have without injectable.
Slowing down the process of aging, training your facial muscles to strengthen, you know, lift, tone, sculpt. And the most important is blood circulation, yeah? You have an array of products. And then women, I would say mostly women, now men also, slap them onto their face.
Yeah.
It's just a way of product absorption needs to happen.
Right.
Blood circulation, toxin elimination. So face yoga is not only about exercise.
Right.
It's also about using the products the correct way.
Right.
And the tools, your facial
lymphatic
drainage. Yes.
That sort of is key, right? That's what
totally full toxin elimination, which is why actually you can walk out with just maybe a layer of sunscreen on your face.
I would love to do that. I think I need a few lessons. Maybe you can give us a few tips before you go. How do you manage balancing your personal life and putting yourself on the internet every day, or your family? How do you deal with that pressure,
It can be very lonely sometimes. There's a lot of self-doubt.
Yeah.
Because you're constantly putting yourself out there.
Of course.
But I have some rules set now. I stop working at a particular time in the evening because I also have my workshops. And I also do a lot of other stuff like podcasts and things like that. Whereas content creation is concerned, I like taking out maybe 2 or 3 days in a week, getting all my content sorted, and then posting it as we go through the week, rather than dedicating every day. I don't think that's very healthy.
How do you sort of reconcile with, the authenticity of your content and the commercial aspect of Instagram? Because obviously you're putting out your workshop for people. How do you balance?
Well, my husband always says that I'm one of the few, like I said, again, influencer or face yoga instructor that just gives a lot of stuff out there for free, because I'm constantly imparting knowledge. I feel if I am good enough, if people like what they see, if I'm showing 2 exercises, they'll want to know 5 more. But I like giving the entire flow to, people out there, because, the thing that people do wrong is that they don't understand that people are going to take these videos and blindly follow it.
Right.
So you're slightly responsible for the content you're putting out there.
Yeah.
Correct? So at least whatever you're putting, whether it's 1 out of 5, do it correctly, and then it's not going to negatively affect that person.
Yeah, that was my next question actually to you about, your social responsibility or making political comments.
Mm-hmm.
Are influencers, responsible for this stuff?
Oh, absolutely. We have to be very careful about what we say on social media, how we react to what people are saying to us on social media, what people maybe, we may be getting trolled or whatever it is. And forget that. I've just realized, be a certain way in public now. You understand? I can't be at a pub on top of the bar table, drinking a beer and dancing my heart out. Because I don't know when I'm going to be recognized. I'm not saying be fake. I'm just saying it's socially responsible that if someone recognizes you, and I do get recognized,
And they look up to you,
and
want to be.
maybe they look up to me. The last thing I want is that person coming on my Instagram and saying, oh, fake.
Yeah.
She's a liar.
So, this must be because you're always in front of camera, showing people exercises, looking at the comment section and, getting hate or recognition and love, a mix of everything. Do you get a burnout from creating this content day in, day out?
Totally. But you cannot, because it's a full-time job.
Sure.
So it's that's why I said it's amazing if you want to give advice to other influencers out there or aspiring influencers, take 1 or 2, 3 days in a week, make your content, put it out there, constantly be inspired, filter your content. Recycle it.
Yeah.
Take your old content, put it out there again. People forget.
Yeah.
And
Now people join as well, right?
new people join. So just a refresher.
Yeah.
So but there is a burnout. So there's social media detox and things like that. But I've realized that when you're not creating, you're researching.
Right.
When you're not researching, you're thinking of what to research about new topics. So it never.
Any business person, right? You're just thinking even in your sleep. There are times when I just get up like 2 a.m. and I make notes. It's like the weirdest thing. And then I get my best ideas in my dreams.
Really?
Thank you. So many.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And so I was just mentioning comment section. How do you react to the audience? Like, do you reply to them?
Yes, I do.
You do.
I do. But now I've reached a stage where people are replying on my behalf. So it's very nice to get that, she doesn't have fillers or don't talk rubbish and, things like that.
You have built a community.
I have built.
Whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
People are coming
and I want to grow on
you.
Because then I go on those comments and I say, thank you so much. And I really appreciate that. But I do reply.
Yeah.
And some comments just have to be filtered because it's profanity or it's just ridiculous language. And you have to delete it. But 9 times out of 10, it's replied to.
Are you getting lewd messages on your DMs?
I get lewd calls. Instagram Instagram, then people are calling on Instagram. Oh my God, Instagram audio, Instagram video. Anyone can call me. Any one of my 350,000 followers can call me whenever they want to.
And what do? You just obviously not answer these calls.
I don't answer.
But do you ever go on Instagram and say, please don't call me?
Yeah.
You can't do that.
You have to be very
careful of offending people, right? Why are people so sensitive these days? I find it like crazy.
I think people are just a little sad. I think there's too much out there and there's too much comparison going on. And I think people are just, you feel you're putting yourself out there, but you're, I think, withdrawing more and more into yourself, which is why, so many people are just taking off. So many people are quitting their jobs at like 30, 35 and starting alt lives. I know lawyers who've become chefs.
Yeah.
I'm a chemical engineer who's become a face yoga instructor.
But you know what COVID taught us? That you can have a second inning and you can change, and people realize that they don't have to go to office and stay there 9 to 5. And I feel that's kind of changed the scenario a little bit. I feel for the better.
Yeah.
And then you can control your life. Actually have that work-life balance in a way. Like you said, okay, I finish work at this time and that's my
right.
For me, when my kids are at school, that's the time. From 8 to 3 p.m., I'm available for the world and whatever I'm doing. And then after that, it's bye.
The kids.
Yeah. I don't even go out after 5 o'clock. When people call me for dinner and they say, oh, it's early dinner, 10 o'clock. I'm like, I ate at 7 o'clock.
Yes, I know. We've been making plans for all of 2 years to meet, which hasn't happened.
Yeah. It's a weird thing. It was not like my parents ever told me, don't go out after dark or something. It's just me. I'm just a home bird, or maybe in my 40s. Because when I was modeling, I was just like out. We were just all the time, we were out. So I feel it's my next 20 years I've spent indoors.
No, please, no. Come out. Let's do an early dinner.
Yeah, early dinner sounds like good. Priya, this yoga, face yoga concept is very interesting. I know it's it's got ancient history and, funda behind it. But I want to know, does it really benefit? Because for somebody like me, somebody is new and who would like to do it. I'm 43 now, and do you recommend I do it, and do you see the benefits?
Oh, absolutely. So face yoga is very misunderstood. People just think, it's not only about making funny faces. It's about a lot of tapping. It's about relaxing your overused muscles. Like, in your case, forehead, eyes. In my case, mouth. Constantly talking all day, overused muscles. It's about waking up the inactive muscles. The chin is the most underused muscle of our face. So it leads to something known as a skinny double chin. Okay? Your under eyes, this muscle over here, we barely use it. We generally just frown, right? So you tend to develop eye bags. Plus lymphatic drainage. I know the whole world is talking about lymphatic drainage. So you have body and you have face. You have to eliminate the toxins if you want A, to be healthy. B, to have glowing skin. So face yoga, yes, to come back to your question, before and after results are fabulous. But like any other form of workout, consistency is key. 10-15 minutes daily, 5 to 6 times a week, followed with a healthy lifestyle. Now, saying that, it's not going to give you the results that you're going to get when you go under the knife, or when you inject, or when you stretch and staple. It's not cosmetic, it's natural. But then you can compare it to a fat freeze or a liposuction, right? So you have to basically accept yourself, age gracefully, and be your best beautiful. You want to go get Botox and fillers, go for it. But try natural procedures, or at least supplement the artificial with the natural.
And do you want to give your take on Botox and filler and tell us, what do you think about it?
How politically correct do I have to be?
No, just say what you feel.
Okay, honestly, between you and me, I have nothing against it. I think the legal age for getting these things is too early. I think 18 is too young. Botox is a neurotoxin. Okay? It was developed in order to control certain medical conditions like excessively sweaty palms, underarms, overblinking of the eyes, cross-eyed, spasms, muscle spasms all over your body, especially in the neck. They only discovered that it can kind of, when it paralyzes the muscle, paralyzes the muscle, keyword is the keyword, that's when you have a relaxed appearance. And it was being used commercially, cosmetically in, I think, 1980s, 1990s, but they only got FDA in 2002.
That's crazy. And it's out there and people are using it, believing it. But because estheticians or like skin doctors, there are so many skin clinics now in Bombay where they're injecting.
Yeah.
We don't even know if they are like totally qualified to do it.
Oh my God. And like I said, again, I'm not trying
to go wrong, right?
Totally. And I'm not trying to burn my own toes or fingers over here. But what I'm trying to say is that do it if you have to. Just go to a really good person, someone safe. Make sure you see the vial, you know how many units you're injecting, and be prepared for side effects. For Botox, it can be anywhere from bruising, scarring, migraines for weeks. So first headaches come, then the migraines come. And in a very bad case where I have seen, and I've had a client and I've helped her, is something known as ptosis, where the injection hits a nerve, okay, and your eye muscle, like let's say it's the upper face, it just droops. So it's the reverse of what you were trying to achieve. You're trying a more lifted appearance, more open, and it takes weeks to heal. And the trauma that this one particular client of mine from Germany, faced, and I was online with her and we worked through it. It took weeks, months.
But even fillers, they just drop, right? Botox, at least it goes away, right?
So fillers also go away.
Yeah.
But you have to be very careful about the amount of filler you're putting in. Again, things can go wrong. Bruising, scarring, disproportionate fillers. I've had a friend and I was in a Pilates studio with her. And she was actually, you massage it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what are you doing? And she's like, well, it takes time to settle. And the doctor teaches you how to...
So if it is actually, you move it away, right? By massage.
But I have seen lip fillers going wrong. I've seen by the way, everyone thinks my lips are filled, which they're not. You can come and press them if you want. They're not filled. But fillers can go very wrong. So then you put too much, then you have to do another procedure to remove.
Yeah, it dissolves the fillers. Yeah.
And then that psychological effect of how you start looking when it goes
around. Also, inflating and deflating your skin will then get stretching your skin. With face yoga, I had one question, actually, an extra one, where because you're doing all those expressions, what happens with the fine lines? How do you help the fine lines?
Okay, so with the fine lines, you can't completely... So if you ever see my posts, I will say reduce, relax. I will never say permanently get rid of, because they will come back. We're all going to age, right? You smile, you're going to get those beautiful smile lines. For fine lines and wrinkles, what I always recommend is a combination of exercise to tone your muscles and massage. You massage, the more relaxed your face look, and tapping. I do a lot of tapping with my clients.
And do you use any sort of, like either a cream or an oil or something?
Totally.
Like vehicle for movement?
Totally. When you do any sort of massage, you need glide. You don't want any friction. You want your fingers to glide, whether you're using a gua sha, a roller, or your hands. You want glide. So I always recommend a facial oil or any sort of moisturizer serum.
Yeah, that gives me glide. Maybe will take care of that fine lines, right? That hydration, just the...
Absolutely. A good product.
Yeah. Can you show us a few go-to steps for like a gateway drug to face yoga?
So every time I do stuff with my clients, it's always going to be a full face routine because our facial muscles are interconnected. So when we're working out the forehead, you're actually doing the upper eye,
right,
under eye, the upper cheek, so on and so forth. So even when you're working out on your double chin, you're working on your neck. The most important thing is breathing, relaxing, a few deep inhales, exhales every day, stretching your neck. You guys, we don't give enough importance to stretching the neck. By the way, do you know that in certain African cultures, when we're talking about how far behind face yoga goes, how old it is, do you remember those tribes where those women would wear those rings?
Oh, those rings.
Yeah. So what they would actually do is a lot of neck stretches, because for that tribe, a long neck
Was beauty
standard. So it does work, right? You saw them with those really long neck. Or it's like a goldfish in a bowl, not going to grow if you don't take it into a bigger bowl. So yes, exercising your facial muscles work, but we're diverting. Okay.
Yeah.
So first and foremost, breath work.
Yeah.
Okay, neck stretches. Now, tapping. Everybody, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, my 14-year-old does it. Just tap, okay? Just tap all over.
And you're tapping with all your...
I'm tapping with all my fingers.
And
I'm using
them like this, or
you
like
can no, it's just yeah, they're not spider fingers like I call this. You're just like rain is falling on your face, yeah, and you're tapping all over. And I do this, and I encourage my clients to do this for at least 2 to 3 times in a day for up to a minute. Okay, so this is the first and foremost thing. Now, whereas the forehead is concerned, the easiest thing to do, okay, is forehead strokes. So all you're supposed to do is put a nice product, and I'm assuming that the product is already on your skin.
Right.
And we're just doing forehead sweeps
So
because outwards, into out. Because the forehead is one place where, like, if you feel it, your forehead feels very different from your cheek, right?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of tension.
Yeah.
It's bony, yeah, and it's got your skin stretch, and your forehead actually extends to the back of your head.
Will this help, like, these nerves from not popping out, these veins that I work?
Tapping helps, relaxing your forehead helps, stroking helps, okay? Whereas the eyes are concerned, you will not believe something as basic as eyeballs up, down, right, left, 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock. What a big difference this can have with something as simple as tired eyes.
That's crazy, because you know something, you're also hitting a good eye exercise. So, because you know that focus where you look at the candle and then look away, and you're totally doing an eye exercise with something for your skin.
Yeah,
which is amazing.
It's as simple as that. Of course, I mean, we do a lot of squeezing and we do a lot of other things. Now, for the lower face, okay, we have the O and the E, and you have to do it with me. So you literally have to just do.
Oh my God, how are you even doing it?
Don't raise your forehead. Just O. Just O. Put your finger on your jaw, on your chin. Yeah, and just say O.
Oh.
Close your eyes, breathe. Hold O. As simple as that. Okay?
It's difficult to control.
It is difficult to control.
Because, you know,
You'll raise your forehead, you'll squeeze your eyes.
when I'm emoting, expressing, I'm talking to you, I'm doing all the things, but I'm not able to control it on my own.
Yeah, which is why you need to learn.
And you need a guru to kind of tell you. Yeah.
And what the E is a bit funny, so let's see if you can do it. You look excellent. So
Yeah.
just smile. Don't overstretch your face. Exactly. And close your eyes. And feel how lifted your cheeks are.
Yeah.
You're totally engaging your cheek muscle.
And then you move it.
Yeah, if you want to. That's an advanced move. But just holding your breath.
We just look like a chipmunk for 10 minutes, but that'll work, huh?
There are lots of variations.
Wow.
Okay? And
We must do a live session or something.
whenever you want.
That'll be good fun.
But the last one, which a lot of women in their 40s come to me, are double chin.
Yeah.
And
that's an issue.
horizontal necklines.
Yeah, even like this.
Skinny double chin.
Still a line, like, what will you call it?
Symmetry.
Symmetry.
Yeah.
Is it that thing?
It is a thing.
Because of my modeling days, I looked at myself so much in the mirror. I've realized, like, there is a difference, you know? But I've really never done anything or tried to get fillers or anything. But everybody has that one side of the...
Everyone has some amount of asymmetry, which is fine. It's only in extreme cases. Anyhow, we keep diverting.
Yeah.
The exercise is this very simple, and you must make everyone do it. Is this.
Kissing the round.
Just kiss the ceiling.
Yeah. And you look up, but you keep your eyes shut, right?
I mean, again, there are many variations to it, but it's as simple as that. When you want to relax your entire cheek muscle, this is actually a takeoff from Korean skincare, but you puff up. So it's Indian-Korean mix. So you puff up your mouth.
Yeah. And then pat.
Pat it really hard. It feels, you do this first thing in the morning, Your skin feels completely refreshed. These 5 things.
Because we never like stretch our face out, right? We just fill air in it.
No. And it just keeps dragging down.
Yeah.
You'll work out your biceps.
Yeah.
You'll work out your quads.
Yeah.
Why not your jaw?
And also for people who are, bigger in size and they're trying to lose weight, as they're losing weight, everything is just dropping.
Totally.
Right?
And this is supplemental. So you know what happens? They look at themselves in the mirror.
Yeah.
And then they're losing weight on the body, but they're not losing that much weight on the face. And then they're seeing the double chin and they get totally, and like you said, the sagging skin.
And then I want to cut the skin out and go towards surgery to sort of elevate that.
Exactly.
We're going to do a fun rapid fire round with Priya. Priya, you have to tell us very quickly, texting or talking?
Texting.
Staying in or going out?
Going out.
What is your guilty pleasure?
Kina.
Hydration or retinol?
Right after that question. Hydration.
Are you a 5 a.m. gang or a night owl?
Both actually, but more 5.
Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
How often do you wash your favorite bra?
What?
How often do you wash your favorite bra?
I wear it maybe 3 times and then you wash it.
Fine.
Before a screw up.
That's how it is. We ain't more. It's like jeans.
I steam them.
Okay. Apple or Android?
Apple.
One fashion you don't want to return.
Bell bottoms.
What is your biggest mom fail?
My daughter using a hyaluronic acid mask and stealing my jade roller.
Okay. Ariel or Jasmine?
Who? What?
Like Ariel?
Oh, Ariel or Jasmine? Jasmine. She had the tiger.
What is the last song you downloaded or you listened to?
I'm always listening to Madonna.
Okay.
Always.
What does a person need to be happy?
Self-love.
Awesome. Thanks, Priya. Love chatting with you.
Thank you again.
It's my product. It's here. I shall let me know. I think you and the product actually align superbly because you use stuff for doing it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to using this.
Let me know what
I shall. Yay. Yay.